Harry Stafford.
You're exactly right, Tommy. And when I see Chris Stafford run, the very same running style that Randy Stafford had back in those years.
That great body lean, the quick feet action, and all he needs is a block or two, and he'll get you some yardage. Lebanon takes the 5-yard penalty, delay of game, to run the clock down to 3:09, and the punt team is back on the field. Todd Tressler comes in to punt. Grissom goes off, so the punting duties going back and forth between Grissom and Tressler. Deep in return formation for the Lions will be Devon Barkus.
So this time Tressler will punt. Last time Columbia dropped the punt. We recovered it. Snap is back. Here comes Columbia. They almost blocked that thing. Tressler got it away. It's a high punt. Will hit on the 20. Roll to the 15. Picked up there and hit hard on about the 16 by, I'm trying to find the number, I think Bill Garrett. Yes. And somebody else was there. I believe that was 71, Tommy.
That was Kaiser, Garrett, and Hagan closing in on the return man for Columbia. Terry, what about the numbers on that kick?
Tommy, 27 yards on the punt, 2-yard return. Columbia takes over on their own 16, 2:50 and counting in the ball game.
And a new defensive unit for the Blue Devils. Darrell Cook at a tackle spot. In there at another tackle spot. Let's check that. That is Kenneth Nelson. A defensive end for Lebanon is Jeff Gannon.
In the backfield, Tressler's one of the free safeties. Take the ball. Cooper's back to pass. Looking, here comes a rush. Missed him. Long pass down the field. Incomplete. He had got behind one of our defensive men down there, John Clemens. John was trying to bat it down. The ball was a little bit overthrown. Jeff Clemens was also back there. Cooper is still in at quarterback. Lebanon has got all new subs in.
Medley telling those defensive backs to get deep. Don't let anything behind you. Joel Griffin in at a corner. Also back in the secondary is Brian Hopkins. Linebackers for Lebanon, Jason Greer and Luke Shepard.
Corners are Bo Grissom and Joel Griffin. I said, take the ball back, looking for a pass. Here comes a rush. They hit him, and they sack him back on the 9. Or 10, they're going to say 83 shooting through there that time. Randy Gibson, he hit him first, and our other end was coming too. That was 28, Jeff Gannon. Gannon and Gibson both hit him. Terry, the stats have got to be real one-sided.
Very lopsided, Bruce, especially in the passing category tonight. Cooper only 2 of 12, where Triplett was 7 of 8.
I'm surprised he's still in there at quarterback. 35-0. Take the ball, run it right straight up the middle, twisting and turning and getting some good yardage to the 20, to the 25, and he spins all the way to the 28, to the 30, and got knocked down on about the 30 and got a first down. So they run it right up the middle, and they handed that football to number 11, and that for Columbia is Barton, and he's had a couple of pretty good runs tonight. He got to the 29 and a first down.
Buck Buchanan for Lebanon. Jeff Buchanan checks out of the football game. Back in at the linebacker comes Luke Shepard. Defensive ends, Randy Gibson, Jeff Gannon, and we'll try to get that defensive front. Among those, Jeremy Johnson, one of the tackles.
Cooper still calling signals. 1:33, back to pass. Here comes a rush. Shepard hit him just as he threw it. Long pass down the field. Intercepted and dropped. Great coverage by Joel Griffin, the sophomore. He had Sewell covered very, very well, running step by step with him, and a nice coverage by Joel Griffin, the sophomore.
Joel Griffin has perhaps the best flat-out foot speed of anybody on this football team for Lebanon. When Griffin gets a better handle on some of the fundamentals for playing in that secondary, look for that guy to make a move back there.
Buchanan checks back in. Our corners are Griffin and Grissom, and our 2 free safeties are Brian Hopkins. We'll check the other one. Pass over the middle, caught by the tight end. Hot pass, 10, 12, 15 yards. All the way across the 40 to the 46. So a little hot pass, picked up about 15 or 16 yards for Columbia. They've still got their first team in, I believe, Tommy. I don't see a whole lot of new jerseys out there. Lebanon's got all new players in. They're leading 35-0, and we got 70 seconds to play in this game. 35-0, Lebanon. Sweep. Here comes the end. Sacks him back there and knocks him down. Nice play by number 28, Jeff Gannon. They tried to run a sweep to McGuire, but Jeff Gannon would have no part of that. He knocked him down on the 42. They lost about 6 or 7 out of that. Maybe, well, let's say he lost 5.
Checking in at a defensive end, Blake Burrows for Lebanon. Also in there for Lebanon at a tackle spot. Well, I can't tell now.
Take it, run the sweep, fake the sweep, bootleg, get outside of her end. Long pass, man, wide open, way down the field. Caught on the 25 to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown on a bootleg pass from Cooper to Todd Bell. And Columbia, staying with their first group, have scored with 23 seconds, and I think they did about the same thing last year, if I remember well. They scored with about 10 seconds, and here comes that rain really coming down a little harder. Carry a long pass on a bootleg of how many yards?
59 yards as Cooper hooks up with Todd Bell. Columbia on the board with 23 seconds left in the ball game.
In to attempt the extra point for Columbia, Alexander. Alexander with the rain really coming down now. Snap is there, placement's there. Kick is no good. Off to the left, missed it. 35-6.
In 7 plays, as Lebanon gives up their first touchdown in the opening game of the season since Mark Medley has been here. Lebanon did give Mount Juliet a safety in 1990, but that's the first touchdown or the first score against the Lebanon defense since Mark Medley's been here in the opening game of the season.
Well, the rain came at about 5:30 and it downpoured, and it stayed off the entire game until right now, and it's downpouring again. And there's only 23 seconds, so the rain held off for about an hour and 45 minutes or 2 hours, just enough for us to beat them 35-6, unless they get this onside kick. Let's see, onside kick, here it comes, and we're going to try to fall on it. We don't, and we do, I think. Yes, we did. They had a chance to get it. Our first man missed it. Tommy Suhu recovered it for us. They're unstacking them.
It looked like Reeder gets on the football. Chavez Job made kind of a diving move for it as the rain really comes down.
And Dwight, if you're up on the press box, I guess you're getting wet.
Here comes that second offense for Lebanon. Reeder will be in there at quarterback. Offensive front includes Atwood. We want to thank our good friends at KM Country 1090 AM for allowing us the opportunity to tape delay and bring you the football game, and our friends on Lebanon Cable Vision 3. The score, final score, 35-6.